Too bad we're beginning. Minecraft. Farlands or bust. Livestream for your September 24th, 2023. I gotta work on the, I thought I had that right aligned. Oh god, I've gone and screwed everything up. What's that? Is that aligned properly? It seems alright. We left off at 53,956.1 megabytes on the 15th. A mere 6 days ago. Listen. A mere 6 days ago. And what a 6 days it's been, everybody, on YouTube who hasn't watched any of the stream VODs or my Instagram or anything like that. Or the Discord. What a 6 days it's been. But before we get into that, let's get into the game. If we've got our woofs ready. Woof! Wolfie's ready. Woof indeed. I am stuck. the offset. Gets me every time. Alright, let's grab Wolfie. Get rid of that. And continue west. To the Farlands. Oh, Wharf. Yeah, Wharf. Dwarf Wharf. Here in Minecraft Beta 1.7.3. So far it appears as though the diamond shovel has taken the most wear. For those of you keeping score on the diamond tool experiment that we're running. That we didn't say was an experiment. But yes indeed. Yes indeed. I took this week off. We already had a stream about this. A big announcement. But we took this week off. The girlfriend and I went out. And we got married. What's the weirdest way I can say it? Say it like you're in a passing car, speeding away at high speed. And we're married! Yee. Roll credits! So the girlfriend is now the wife. We talked about that. We don't like the wife. Because it sounds weird and a bit weird. Like, unrespectable. The girlfriend does like Mrs. Mac, Mrs. J Mac even. Yeah, it's a little bit too my wife or like the wife. You know, it sounds like that. Like I said, a bit Rodney Dangerfield. So yeah, and this is I never really made like an engagement announcement, but we got engaged twice. The girlfriend got me first, and that was a couple years ago with a surprise engagement, and then I pulled the reverse Uno card and got the girlfriend, and that's when I got her the these rings that we've been wearing, the Simone Yetch rings, screwdriver rings. But like, yeah, we've been trying to figure out what we want to do. It's super difficult because all of the people that we know... Oh, this guy dropped something. All of the people that we know are, like, scattered around the United States and the world, in her case. And, like, we're like, we could just do something here in Washington. I don't know anybody in Washington, like family-wise, but like in Washington, it's required to have 2 witnesses, like human witnesses, to sign, and an officiant, and there's like a 4-day waiting period. But like that, and then it becomes like, well, what if we don't? If we invite these people but not these people, or like, if we invite these people, then it's going to turn into like a whole wedding thing and be expensive, and we don't want, we don't have money. We already decided we want to go on like our honeymoon to Iceland, but also like go there and take like more like wedding pictures. So if anybody knows any photographers in Iceland, let us know. I mean, we're not going to go for like another year or so, but yeah, I did see. We literally, so yeah, anyway, I'm trying to get back to the story. Let me talk. Let me get back to the story. Stop distracting me. So yeah, and we were back and forth thinking about, like, my mom lives in Colorado, and it's like Colorado is like the easiest state to get married in. You don't even need an officiant. You could be your own officiant. You could basically go in there, apply for the marriage license, and then sign it and be like, we're married now. There's no waiting period. You don't need any witnesses or an officiant. But we considered that. But getting into going Colorado with the pets, and then also it felt bad for me, is like, oh, it'd be great for my mom to be there, but then I'm like, my sisters or my dad or like other family members be like, well, why didn't you just let us know? Or why, it just becomes that. And also it wouldn't be cheap still having to travel to Colorado. But then we discovered the state of Idaho. We discovered it, everybody. It's ours. The state of Idaho is like the second easiest state to get married in. There's no waiting period. You do need an officiant. You do need an officiant to solemnize your marriage, but you don't need any witnesses. And there's no waiting period. So I think it was a week ago. A week before this week. So 2 weeks ago. A week before the whole thing came together. Simonize. What's the word? Sommelierize. So yeah, the girlfriend found a very nice, like, Idaho is just across, it's connected to Washington, just on the east side, so you just gotta drive all the way across Washington. It's like a 5-hour drive, not bad. We found a very nice, well-reviewed bed and breakfast. Neither of us have been to a bed and breakfast before. I'll get to that in a minute. It was great. There's no bad part of the story. Just to stay for a few nights. That way we can bring Juno. And because you don't need witnesses in Idaho, Juno could be our witness. And Juno was our witness. We got a little ink pad and we got her paw print on the certificate. That was an even bigger bonus. You don't want anybody to know. We don't want anybody to know. That's why I'm streaming it live on the internet. Well, no, it's that. Yeah, I don't know. Is it eloped? I don't understand why some things are called eloped, or why it's called a marriage. The outcome is the same. The girlfriend just found an officiant that could come out there and meet us at the bed and breakfast, which was like on a family farm. There were ducks and geese and turkeys and sheeps. goats. There was a mini horse. There were rabbits. There were little hatchling chickens in their incubator that were hatching just as we got there. Cats. So many cats, too, yes. Apparently the barn cats had a very large litter. And there were many, 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 many baby cats following us around. Army Mike also got married at a B&B. So yeah, and we like the day before, the girlfriend, well, before we left, the girlfriend got a bunch of plants from our garden and yard, a bunch of native plants. We were going to use sunflowers from the sunflowers I'm growing, but they kind of wilted and fell apart before we got there. So we just picked up like a cheap Safeway bouquet. And we made all of our own flowers. The girlfriend made her own bouquet and boutonniere, and Juno had a wreath, a flower wreath. The girlfriend had flowers in her hair. Eloped implies it wasn't approved by parents or relatives. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. We're married. So yeah, and then we took all of our own pictures. I brought my Canon camera, my T5i, so fancy, with apparently many dead pixels, and we just bought a cheap remote, and I brought a tripod with. Cat wasn't consulted. Yeah, that's what it means. And we took all of our own pictures as well. Let's go to sleep. I should get that looked at. And yeah, and the weather was great. We went on a little hike the day before and got some like engagement photos at the top of the hike, and we're being goofy. The definition says sometimes involving a hurried flight away from one's place of residence. I mean, that qualifies. It really wasn't hurried, I suppose. But yeah, we had a really good time. We didn't even have plans for like dinner or anything. We were just gonna make mac and cheese at the Airbnb, but then I brought up, I'm like, we could just go out for a fancy dinner. I found a place in Idaho that turned out to be extremely nice. Very nice place. The girlfriend got the duck that was flambéed right there at the table. We also, remember, you know, bacon wrapped dates? They had bacon wrapped water chestnuts. Water chestnuts? Yes, water chestnuts. That were fantabulous. They were very good. Not anything I would have considered, but might consider trying to make that ourselves. And then we went back and we bought a gluten-free Safeway cake. We wanted to, like, the girlfriend again wasn't really even considering doing any of this stuff, but she said she's glad that we did. But we did like the feed each other cake, and I like definitely put too big of a piece of cake. Just right there at the B&B, which was like, we were waiting because there's like a family that lives there. And they were all like kind of hanging around and stuff like that. And they were very nice. The whole group was very nice. They actually invited us to have dinner with them that night, but we had already made reservations at this fancy restaurant. That would have been like something nice and different too, but we had already made reservations. But anyway, we were like kind of waiting for them to like clear out, and so we could do our cake thing. But like the main guy was like still there doing dishes as we like fed each other cake. It was pretty awkward, but still very, very fun and funny. Indeed. But yeah, all in all, it was, we had no idea really what either of us wanted. Like, the girlfriend for a long time said that it would be nice to like have like a celebration for us and people, but then at the same time, that also isn't our vibe overall too. So it's like a bit of a clash. Until we kind of just decided just to do it for ourselves, and it turned out to be exactly what we needed and wanted, and it worked out. Indeed. Oh, did I not? No, they are. And Juno got to be there. I don't know. It was a lot of stimulation for Juno. Let alone all the loose cats running around, somewhat harassing her. But she was very interested in the sheep. We thought of like bringing her in their pen on a leash, but like we didn't want to traumatize these sheep who aren't our sheep. But she gave them a good sniff. The cats, she was very aware of, but also avoiding. She was very interested in the bunnies, which kind of makes sense, I suppose. But everything else, she just every day had a new animal to look at and look out for and be wary of. I think Juno even enjoyed herself. And yeah, just the whole day, we just got dressed up and took a bunch of pictures out in the field and near the barns, and it was very picturesque. Oh yeah, we got to see the Aurora Borealis. The first night we got there, I'd seen already that there was like a solar flare and it was meant to arrive, but it arrived like a night early. And it seemed like a pretty big storm. Almost like the one where we got to see him around here. But these ones were right overhead. And I tried to take some pictures, and I got a few with the Canon camera. Localized entirely in the state of Idaho. I mean, they were visible all over the place. Michigan, Wisconsin, Minnesota, Maine, Canada, Sweden. So yeah, that's pretty neat. We're 2 for 2. Well, the first time either of us had actually seen Aurora were down here during that one event, and then this is the second time. So it was quite neat indeed. But yeah, it was our first time at like a bed and breakfast. This was a nice one. It was all like cabins. It said it had a private bathroom, but it was separate. It was like a bathroom in the hallway from the bedroom, which is fine. I mean, it's better than, and we were the only ones there too. We were the only ones there. Which I don't know how much that would have affected our experience if like there were like 3 other families or something staying there, you know. So we were the only ones there. It was just a big old log cabin surrounded by flowers and animals and things. And the breakfast was very good. I mean, I felt it's a little bit awkward to be the only ones there and have them making breakfast for us and then like them not even joining us. But no, it was excellent breakfast. It was like so much. And like they even went out of the way. Like I was like before we went, they're like, "Do you have any allergies and stuff?" And I'm like, "I have to be gluten free." Like I just figured like, oh, I just won't eat the bread or whatever that they end up making. But no, they went out and actually got me like gluten free toast, and they made gluten free pancakes on the last night. Or the last morning. But yeah, it was like they made eggs and their ham, and there's always a big fruit plate, fresh fruit plate, and the fruit smoothies, fruit banana smoothies, which I haven't had in forever, and were very good. And it was just like a nice old man who owned the land and the place, and it was also, oh, careful, Wolfie. It was also kind of like a bummer because it was like in his, I don't know, they must have been in their 70s, 80s. The man's wife very recently passed away, like within the last month. And like that was like, ooh. And it seems like she was also like a very big part of running the bed and breakfast. So like the husband was kind of picking up and kind of learning his way around things. But they had like hired people that came in to help make the breakfast and like upkeep the farm and stuff like that. But he was just a real genuine grandpa figure. And he was very nice. Like I said, they even like invited us to have dinner with them on that day that we did the marriage thing. But we would have, but we had the reservations at the restaurant. And yeah, they're like, well, make sure you come back. I think we would. But yeah, I don't know how they do it. Like, I don't know how many rooms there are. I think there's like 3 or 4 rooms. But if there's like 4 couples or like a family and stuff. And they did say that like their previous guests were a bit of jerks without so much as saying that out loud. And we were very easygoing. My eggs are too runny. You know, it's like, I was just like extremely thankful to like be served breakfast every morning, and it was very nice. Like I said, it was exactly what we didn't know we both wanted. Let's go to sleep. And awakeness. With edible bread, too. They had like a neighbor of theirs like make gluten-free scones for the first night we were there too, or the first morning for our first breakfast. They didn't, like, since we were the only ones there, they didn't mind that like Juno was off her leash in the house, just walking around like a normal house dog. There was like one of the sons had a dog that sometimes was in the house, and he knew to keep it on a leash, as well as we kept Juno on a leash when they were around. Was the bread round? No, I think you're thinking of English muffins. I saw that in the Discord. I'm like, English muffins are round. Or muffins, as they call them in the UK. Have you ever seen a hot dog bun? A baguette. Une baguette. Yeah, I've never eaten so much fruit for breakfast in my life. But with the fruit smoothie and the fruit plate. No potatoes. No potatoes, though. Yeah, when I called my mom and my dad had all the Idaho potato jokes. All lined up. Yeah, it was nice there. It's kind of a high desert area. There were a lot of trees, and it was also interesting because it was also a tree farm. Like, they owned the land that had a lot of trees on it, and they had done logging operations there. So the girlfriend knew all about that, and was talking to the owner about that. Had a nice plot of land, a real nice plot of land, and there was a guy. We didn't meet him, but we had to drive by the place. We had a sign. I forgot what the guy's name was, Ron or Dave or something, but it was this truck farm. And he had a whole bunch of old antique semi-trucks that I guess he restores and buys and sells and things just in his lawn. It was a real Ranwen Park situation over there. Truckfarm.com. I mean, they really weren't rusting in peace. They were being restored in peace. My brand! What would your farm be, though, Cone? Cat farm, apparently. Look at this guy passing up free iron. I don't need it. These diamond tools will last me forever. They're an investment in my future. I mean, the iron that I have is completely pointless. I don't need it. But I'm gonna take it. I mean, the gold I don't need, actually, is the thing I don't need. I don't know why I'm still carrying that, other than the... Take up inventory space. You need shears! True, my shears are about to... Whoa. And they're about to break. Thumbnail. Indeed. So that was my... It was a relaxing week. Like, it was relaxing. Because everything was just like... reduced is the wrong word, to its like purest form for what we wanted. I mean, was it a little, like, was there some stress? Not stress. Trials and tribulations? Having no experience in making bouquets or boutonnieres? Put all the flowers together? Sure, a little bit, but honestly, that was a nice thing to do together. Can you believe people just buy that stuff? Pay somebody else thousands of dollars when they could just do it themselves? The camera thing was a little bit stressful. There were quite a few that were coming out blurry. Because I had settings wrong, or the focus obviously wrong on the pictures that I was taking. Your wedding was over Discord. Does Discord know? Discord is the witness. Woo. They would want to cut. No weddings unless you have Discord Premium, Prime, Nitro, whatever it's called. All matrimonies will be null and void. It was kind of funny, like, after we, like, had the officiant, and it was like, we just ordered the officiant. We just bought the package of just like the officiant comes out and signs the papers and like so long. We didn't really want any ceremony. We're definitely not religious or anything like that. But the officiant was very nice and was like, you know what, like we could just do like the ring thing. So we did the ring thing, and that turned out very nice too. Again, another thing that we didn't know we wanted, but it turned out to be like that was a nice gesture. DoorDashed official. They were there for the Juno witnessing as well, yes. And they helped us get the paw print. We had to take the double take. We did the paw print there, but then we took it back later and like got like a more sturdy paw print. She was kind of being a bean. Like, she was fine putting her foot on the ink pad, but not putting her foot on the certificate. We had to like get a second stamping just to solidify. It was good times. Did the cats refuse to do it? Well, the cats couldn't be there. Certainly weren't going to bring the cats across the state. Go! Careful, Wolfie. Cattered. Get it? There he is. A noodle. Ah, what a noodle. Come on, get. Oh, not that way. Mm. You dingus? Ooh, excuse me. I just flew in from Idaho, and boy are my arms tired. Oh, Wolfie, how? I guess you walked across the trees and fell off the trees. Being a real bean. That would be a fall. Oh. Excuse me. Oh, we did get, hold on now, we did get a donation. We're up to 696 nice dollars for direct release Maui Fund. Tiltify. Over at tiltify.com/@KurtJMax/flob11. From Jackson. You rock, Kurt. What's your favorite music lately? Is it rock, Kurt? Thank you very much, Jackson, for the donation. We had 666. That was the previous. Jackson got us $30 above 666. I haven't been listening to music at all lately. Like, even on the car ride out there, the girlfriend was like, do you want to listen to some of your music? And I can't, because the touchscreen on the Subaru head unit entertainment system is broken. So I can't, there's no navigating for the Bluetooth selection screen to choose my phone over the girlfriend's phone. I'm just glad that it's the girlfriend's phone, since she's the one who drives that car all the time. That got connected. So yeah, I gotta see. It's apparently an issue with those Subaru touchscreen head units. And there apparently was like a class action thing and like a recall. I don't know. Maybe y'all can help me look into that. For the Crosstrek, I think it was also like on the Legacy or Impreza, I'm sure, or something like that. Touchscreens just going bad. But I feel like when I looked at it, it was only like for the years 2017 through 2021 or something like that. And mine's a 2015. I should just like call the Subaru dealership and ask if like that's something that's covered for me, even though I'm like way outside of warranty. Or I'll have to like find one on eBay for $60 and swap it myself. But anyway, no, I just haven't been listening to any music lately. At all. So I can't really answer that question. What kind of music am I into lately? Because I'm not.
You may experience the emptiness with me if you wish.
Thanks.
Wildcard 84. Welcome back. Thank you for that Twitch Prime. Bezos Bucks. Sub-dub. Dan Lasac. Yes, Dan Lasac. That's my favorite. Trombone music.
You have absolutely no idea how this game is played, do you?
No.
That's a good alert for video game playing. Al Morin, thank you for 36 months in the sub-tub with Bezos Bucks. Sub-tub. Yes, we have exclusively been listening to Car on a Stick. I mean, I could listen to music in my truck. But I'd still need to, like, replace the speakers. So it's not good sounding is the problem with the truck. True, the Car on a Stick was our first dance. As the prophecies foretold. It was a joke. It was a joke, Memento. I said I haven't been listening to any music lately. So it was pointed out that every stream we listen to Car on a Stick at the end, so that is the music I listen to. Jokes! Although we did, on multiple occasions, have 12-hour Car on Stick streams. Car on Stick! Oh, damn. My, the Twitch anniversary. My Twitch anniversary is the 3rd? I believe it's the 3rd of next month. It's October 3rd, my Twitch partnership anniversary. 12 years. And that's when I did the floating block of ice stream during the 10-year. And I still owe you another floating block of ice. Honestly, I should do it next week during when gift subs are on sale. But yeah, I would need to either freeze or buy a block of ice upon which to float it. I mean, that's tempting. That's tempting to go to the ice manufacturer and require a perfect cube of ice. That is 1 foot by 1 foot by 1 foot. That thing would weigh 83 pounds. You did send a list of ice suppliers. That was, bear in mind, 4 months ago. I'm sure I could do my own Googling as well. It's just easier because that means I don't have to, like, build something. Although I could. I have a lot of scrap wood now. I've been collecting scrap wood to try to make more garden planter boxes and cold frames and stuff, which I still haven't done. Oh, I did. What I did do was when we got back, I was checking on the garden, and I decided to knock over my entire tray of little saplings. Saplings? Is that the word? That's for like a tree. Just little. My planter, my seedlings. Seedlings is the word. I just decided to just knock it completely over, so that in a panic, I panic planted them in the garden. That was fun. That was the most panic of the week. So who knows if they'll survive. And now it got all cold and dark and rainy out. Speaking of cold and dark and rainy. Ah, that's funny. Minecraft likes jokes. I have summoned the rain. Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum. I don't know that we've ever had lightning. Certainly not recently, i.e. in the last 11 years. Alright, let's try to sleep. Blah, 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 blah. It's snowing over there. Yeah, he got wet. As dogs do in the rain. Oh, that's east. Woof. Still making my way through pickles. Still got a lot of pickles left to eat. That was our crop of abundance. They are good. There were a few. There was an intermediary batch. I think it was the batch that we made on stream that were a little bit strong on the garlic. Little bit too spicy for my taste. Although I haven't tried the one we put all the peppers in. Although it really wasn't that hot of a pepper. Ooh, pickleboy.com. Ooh. Girlfriend. I'm still gonna say the girlfriend, just because it's been emblazoned into my brain. Made chili last night. That's good chili. We'll have chili tonight, too. Oh, we ran out of sour cream. Shame. Forever girlfriend. Spooky noises. I don't know. She's pretty, she's pretty gung-ho about getting college degrees. Masters. She could go to get a doctorate, and then she could be Dr. Girlfriend. Oh, I mean, well, isn't that the Venture Brothers? Not a Venture Brothers reference? Do you not get my references? Is everybody too young for the Venture Brothers? Adult Swim? Come on. About the same time as Harvey Birdman? So old. I'm so old. Oh! Did that just happen? I didn't hear a toot. Did you hear a toot? On the donation bar. Who did that? I now see 777. It didn't toot. Sans toot. Alright, well hold on, I gotta check that. It was! It came from Razor Uhuv. Razoro Homeowners Association. It's good. $81. It's good to see back on the charity routes. Number go up. Number go up, Razor. Razor. Thank you very much for the generous donation to Direct Relief Hawaii Wildfires Fund. Much appreciated indeed. Yeah, I don't know why it didn't. It should have made a toot. I'm gonna force toot. Well, there, I just saw it go in the preview. But I didn't see it. Huh. Let me refresh. There we go. Perfect. Much appreciated indeed. Exclusive toots. Just had to refresh the browser. Oh yeah, Cone, I was gonna ask you, do you not have those welding sleeves? Or do you have something like that, but we're just too lazy not to wear them at the time of the incident? Flosha would be very unhappy. Well, it went through your collar. Oh, so you need the full jacket. I thought it went through, like, your sleeve and went up. You need a full, like, one of those half jacket things. They got those, too. Add that to your throne. Ow. I don't know what that's called. I don't know how to Google that. It's just sleeves, but also like the top part, crop top, a welding crop top. I mean, they also have the thing where the sleeves are connected by a strap, but no, I mean, if it's your neck you need a welding turtleneck, a welding scuba suit. A welding exoskeleton. Tactical turtleneck. Burn through 3 layers of clothes and many layers of skin. I have heard that's what it do, and that's why some protection is necessary. Now that's a link. Did it have to be done? Probably not. Yeah, I keep, once again, putting off doing the suspension on the Datsun. And now my dad's gonna visit next month. And I don't know, I don't want, like, the Datsun to be up on jacks and completely taken apart when my dad visits. It'd be nice to go for a drive. So it's like one more thing. Truck still needs an exhaust. The Datsun still needs an exhaust. I fell off! Well, that's not gonna do. There we go. Alright. Oh, dang it. Welding. Well, welding. Like I said, we did take today the hearse to Wagon Fest. wasn't the best weather. It was fine. It was fine weather though. It was nice not to be in like the blazing sunshine, dying of heat stroke. And it was much better, well attended than the Datsun, the Z show we went to at the same place. But we were the only hearse. The only hearse there. And like as we were driving in, we got picked out. Like the organizers like pulled us into like the fancy like museum parking as opposed to just parking in rows like the rest of the show. The hearse is so unique and interesting. Although there were like no awards at this show. So I don't know what that was about. But it still costs money to attend. Tell you, the girlfriend noticed this, but a lot of older people are very interested in the hearse. Like, of advanced age. At multiple car shows. Perhaps it's because they know I could get carried away in this. The hearse calls to them. They yearn for the hearse. I mean, for that type of show, it was mostly like BMW and Audi and Mercedes, like newer wagons. But there were some cool old Mercedes wagons. There was the one old, it was right-hand drive too, Corona, two-door wagon. A Citroen, a four-door wagon, one of the Citroen, whatever the Citroen, you know, the cool Citroen, the cool old Citroen that everybody loves. I've always seen the coupe with like the really sloped kind of aerodynamic looking roof. CX, the CX I think is it. Well, this was actually a four-door wagon. I've never seen the wagon before. And the air suspension still worked because they drove in kind of late to the show and we watched them park and then it went down. Smooth. Smooth like butter. There was only one Saab arrow I could find. There were quite a few Subaru Outbacks of various age. There were some bigger old American Wingadinga that were pretty cool. It also powers the brakes and steering. Well, that's unfortunate. I thought a lot of them, when it stops working, they just swap in springs. And I guess maybe they just cut off that system. And like before we left, a Volvo P1800, you know, the two-door. Yeah, there's some creative interpretation of wagon. I guess I would call it more of a hatchback, but the phallic Volvo, yes, drove up. There were a few Roadmasters. There was a Gambler 500 Roadmaster, but then there were a few other Roadmasters. Ooh-wee. Well, look at this bulbous situation over here. So many choices for a thumbnail. Ooh, excuse me. What else? Not much else. I think we're all up to speed here. Oh yeah, that was something I suppose before this ends is yes, we planned, like I said, the week before we go to Idaho and get murdered, and then leading up to it, I saw that Good posted that he got murdered, like in a like I don't know, the courts or something. He and Jess did something. Like this guy stealing our thunder. He wasn't surrounded by sheep and lamb and chickens. I don't know. I feel like I had a bit of a health scare. Maybe thought it was time to put somebody in control of his estate. If a man living out in the woods can find someone to marry, then so can you. Perfect. Hopefully. Have a seat. A solid stone hidey hole. Oh. A solid stone hidey hole. Alrighty then. Let's do that. Have I disclosed how we met? I thought I did. It's not that exciting. I'm pretty sure I did. Way back in the wee days of our courtship. No, we honestly, it's cheesy as hell, but it's the truth. We met on an app. On an application. A telephone application for meeting people in the area. Farmers only. And that's who sponsored today's stream. No. Pokemon Go. Well, no, she was the one who was playing Pokemon Go at the time. I did not go. I did not go to the Pokemon Mans. Like a dating app. Yes. Was that not clear? Was I beating around the bush too loosely? Yes, indeed. And we liked each other so much that we, like, saw each other 2 days in a row. I think it was, well, it was close. It was, like, definitely, like, we had our first date and meeting. And then, which was, like, on a Sunday. And then we met again on a Tuesday. So it was no, there was no second guessing. And on that second date, I had pho for the first time. The soup. You know what else is soup? Let's go to sleep and wrap up the Farland segment of the stream. Very fun. 54,000, 30.9 megabytes. We're into the 54,000 gigabyte realm. Burp, burp, right now.